Hello everybody, I'm Javed Razaguliyev. Today I will be explaining how to leave a job gracefully, whether it's our choice or not. Before I start my presentation, I would like to go ahead and ask you a question. Does anybody know how many people are leaving their jobs every month? Anybody? I just did some researches and I got this information from the Forbes magazine. It mentioned that more than 2 million Americans are voluntarily leaving their jobs every month. So more than 2 million people. And the Bureau of Labor and Statistics confirmed that people are leaving their jobs voluntarily even when the economy is on recession. As a future employee, all of us will quit our jobs or change our jobs in a few times in our career path. When we do this, we have to understand how to do it properly. That's why it's one of the important topics today's business communication between employee and employers. And I'm here to share my findings on this topic, and I promise you at the end of this presentation, all of you will understand the benefits of leaving the job gracefully and how to do it. Here are the 3 steps to take for guaranteeing your graceful exit when you leave your job. Let me start with the remain professional. The remain professional is required throughout the process. When you leave your job, you can create a professional image about yourself. Be on your best behavior so you can leave the company with a positive note, and you can guarantee your future job references and leaving the door open for your future employment. After remaining professional, you can go our next step, which is working hard until the final minute. It's the best way to ensure you're leaving on a positive note is to working hard until the final minute when you're walking out of the door. Especially if you have a specific task or project to finish, you have to conclude them before you leave the company. And after remaining professional and working hard until the final minute, we are ready for going to the next step, which is the following the do's and don'ts. Here's the do's to follow. Consider your decision. Before you're making a final decision, you have to consider all the benefits and you're gonna gain or you're gonna lose when you leave your job. And review your employment contract. By doing this, you can make sure there is no limits or the barriers on your contract that prevents you starting on your new job. And it could be the time limit or area limitation, such as it could be on your contract that you cannot gain the same title around the 50-mile radius. You have to consider all of these details. Write a resignation letter. Especially writing a professional resignation letter is important for making actual announcement for your employer. Generally, the employers require at least 2-week notice before you leave your job, and it also depends on the complexity of your job. And by letting your employer know about your resignation, you'll help them to hire a new employee and train them. And the last one is that make sure your boss is the first to know. If you before you're letting your manager or your boss to know that you're going to leave the company, if you share this information with your coworkers or friends, somebody could tell your manager about this, and you will lose your professional image. Here's the don'ts to follow. Don't walk out dramatically. Remember, this is not ethical, and you can lose your good standing with the company. Don't blame others for resignation. When you're writing a professional resignation letter, just try to keep it as simple as possible. When you write a resignation letter, just thank them for the opportunity you're giving, and thanks for the experience you gained from the working at the company, and that's all, nothing else. Don't share anything on the social media, such as a lot of companies have a social media policy that prevents you from sharing the information on the social media, specifically on the details about leaving the job. And the last one is that don't do anything illegal. We understand sometimes leaving the job could be frustrating, but doing illegal things such as stealing the data from the company or sabotaging the company is illegal, and it can cause you the legal actions against you. The three main points I just outlined are related to each other, and it's covering the leaving a job gracefully. Let me review them for you. You will leave your job gracefully when you do these three things: remaining professional and working hard and following the do's and don'ts. These are the three most important points we have to consider before we leave our job. If we consider them, we will be better off any business environment. For the further information, I have used this for my presentation. You can refer to them. And if you have any question, I'm here to answer. Any question? Thanks.